Hello there folks, and welcome to another vlog. This one is all about England, Germany. England against Germany in the last 16 of Euro 2020. This is going to be a fantastic match. Whether or not England come out on the winning side, I'm not too sure, but this video is all about my thoughts and predictions ahead of the big game in the Euros. If you can subscribe to the channel as well, that would be lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Give it a thumbs up and a comment as well. If you want to say anything you know that you like about the video or what your thoughts are on the big game, then that would be appreciated too. So yeah, England against Germany. I think this game always stirs up so much emotion, doesn't it? So many memories of England-Germany games in the past. Obviously the '66 World Cup final where England won. And then in more recent times, particularly in my lifetime anyway, England-Germany Euro 96 and England-Germany Euro World Cup Italia 90. Euro 1990. What am I on about? Yeah. So the Italia 91 was one of my first memories of football, and particularly international football, and England in the big major tournament doing so well as well, getting so near, but knocked out in a penalty shootout by Germany, and the same thing happened again in Euro 96, and I just hope it doesn't happen again. It could well happen again, but who knows? Let's hope it doesn't. A lot of people are being quite pessimistic about England's chances. You know, the team that I want to play against Germany, and I think a lot of people, I know there's so many variations in the England team these days, but it's definitely, I think it's a back four, and I think it's 3 across the middle and 3 up front. It's such a difficult one because I think that a lot of people are calling for back 3 with wing backs. But I do think a back 4 is probably, we haven't conceded a goal yet, have we, in the tournament, so at the time of recording anyway. Well, if you're watching this after England-Germany, then you'll know the result, won't you? So we might well have conceded. So yeah, I think you got to look at the team, and I think I've written my team down here. That's my team there. If you can read that, then all the better for you, because my handwriting is terrible. But I've gone with Pickford in goal, back 4 of Trippier at left back. Yeah, I know left back, but I do think he's one of our more experienced and versatile defenders, and he did well in the first game against the Croats, and I think that, and he's also incredibly good at free kicks, as we saw in the last World Cup, and he's had an incredible season for Atletico where they did so well in La Liga and won the league, didn't they? So you've got to go right back Reece James, haven't you? Champions League winner, can't really fault him. Great at getting forward, not so great at defending, but I think in terms of what he offers going forward, it's fantastic. Stones and Maguire at the back, you know, dependable really. Maguire seems pretty fit at the moment. I was a bit worried about his fitness when he came into the tournament. John Stones has looked pretty good as well alongside him. Shame that he couldn't score against Scotland, but I think Stones has had a good end of the year for Man City. Pickford in goal, I said that, didn't I? Yeah, Pickford in goal for England. I don't think you can fault him really, and he makes some good saves, solid saves. Say what you want about him for his form for Everton, but for England you can't really knock him. Midfield, I've gone with Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, and Phil Foden. Now it may be a little bit expansive. Haven't gone with Phillips purely on the fact that, I don't know, the unexpected with Bellingham is where I think we can get the Germans. Even though he plays in Germany with Dortmund, they probably know a bit about him. Why have I picked him again? No, he's young, he's unproven, he's fearless. I think that's exactly what we need in this team. We need creativity, we need ambition, and we need to push on going forward. We're a little bit scared going forward, and I think someone like Bellingham could have a really good effect on this side. Yeah, so I do think, I mean, Rice is probably a stable anchor in that midfield. A good season with West Ham. Lots of people looking at him at the moment. A solid player all around. Can't really fault him in the defensive capabilities. But I think that could allow Bellingham to go on and push and perhaps create a bit of havoc for the Germans. I just realised that the light here is, my blinds are making me, hold on a sec, let me sort this out. Oh my God. The perils of flipping, oh my God, the perils of vlogging. That's not too bad, right. So yeah, as I was saying, going back to Foden, yeah, Foden I think can actually do some damage when you have him maybe a bit more free and able to get forward at his own will. The front 3, I think you got to go with Grealish, and I think you got to go with Saka, and I think you got to go Kane. Like, say what you want about Kane, not really lit the tournament alive just yet, but I think he will do at some point. And against the Germans, there's no better motivation or opportunity, is there? But Grealish and Saka I think combined incredibly well against the Czechs. A lot of people don't really know how to deal with Saka, and he's a creative phenomenon for Arsenal. If it wasn't for him, our season, him and Smith Rowe, I'm an Arsenal fan, as you can probably gather, him, Smith Rowe, and Tierney were our standout players last season. I think that he's replicating that form for England right now. So you can't drop Saka. You can't drop Saka. Well, you can, but like you shouldn't. So Saka and Grealish again offers that he draws players to him, doesn't he? To people are scared of what he can do. So a lot of players swarm around him, they foul him and what have you, and that can bring more space around the field where you can potentially find Kane or Saka or Foden potentially in space to score. And I think we saw a bit of that against the Czech Republic when he crossed the ball in for Sterling to score. Saka went for the header and didn't get it, but again that was a bit of a dummy for Sterling to put that in. So yeah, I think that's a good team. There are lots of alternatives, aren't there? Phillips, a lot of people want Calvin Phillips to play, and obviously Sterling's not in that starting lineup, so I haven't played Sterling. Yeah, maybe need to rethink that actually. But no, I don't know. Sterling off the bench. I suppose Sterling's been our only goal scorer. You can't really. Maybe I need to go back and revise this. But yeah, that's what I'm going with. So it's kind of done now. But yeah, I suppose you could alternate Sterling or Grealish maybe, or Sterling or Foden. Yeah, there's lots to play with. And I'm glad I'm not Gareth Southgate. There's lots to look forward to in this game, but Germany's side is it's solid. It's very, very good. The Germans they didn't come into this tournament with the greatest of form, did they? Let's be honest. They lost to North Macedonia in the run up to this tournament, and there's been a lot of angst around the side. Jurgen Löw is the coach, and he's been there a long, long time, and is on his way out. So perhaps maybe it was getting a bit stale there. Kind of reminds me of the end of the Arsenal era with Wenger. But I do think that they've got dangerous players. Their front three, Kai Havertz, they play like a 3-4-3. Havertz, Leroy Sané and Gnabry up front. Flip it out. That's devastating. That is rapid. And against our back line, we're not the quickest, bar Reece James. We're not the quickest. So you've got to worry about that. The supply they're going to get given, Toni Kroos, Gundogan, who's fantastic for Man City. And you've got the flanks where Robin Gosens and Joshua Kimmich, who are just rapid as well and just very, very versatile. That midfield is also very quick too. The defence is where we can get them. Defence is pretty slow in my opinion. You've got Mats Hummels, who's already retired and come back out of retirement. And I thought Kylian Mbappe was going to re-retire him when they played France. But Hummels, Ginter, and Rudiger, Antonio Rudiger from Chelsea. So there's an error in that back line somewhere. There is definitely an error in that back line. Neuer in goal, formidable, best goalkeeper in the world. Right, okay, that's sorted out. We know that, and I think he's the captain as well. So yeah, there's not really much you can argue with in terms of the goalkeeping department, but he'll probably have to do a lot more work if we attack them as we should. We shouldn't be scared of Germany. We should not be scared of them. That's where I think we can beat them. Pace around the back. That's where we can get them, because they are not quick. Granted, we aren't quick, but we're quicker than their back line, if that makes sense. So yeah, our defence is quicker than their defence. I just hope it doesn't go to penalties. If it does, I hear they've been practicing, so let's hope that it counts for something. I'm excited about this game. I'm very excited about this game. I hope you are too. Let me know what your thoughts are, what you think the score's going to be, who you think is going to perform well, and in general what Euro 2020 has been like. It's been a nice tournament to wait for, and I'm glad Christian Eriksen is better now, or on the way to getting better anyway, out of hospital. That was very, very scary and shocking to see. But yeah, I'd love to know what your thoughts are on the tournament so far and on England against Germany. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Do drop a like and a comment as well. See you later.